Okay, I declare the start of the second game of this night. Game master is Miss Scarlett. Please, everyone, put on your mask. Number one is me. Number two is Mark. Number three, Miss Ninja. Number four, Mr. Dina. Number five, Miss Doctor.
Tequila.
Number six, Miss Reggie. Number seven, Mr. Tiny. Number eight, Miss Angel. Number nine, Miss Phoenix. Number 10, Mr.
Tequila.
Roger. So the night grows even darker, and Mafia Dawn wakes up along with other two mafias. Mafia has 1 minute to make their plan. Mafia 10 seconds left. Mafia go to sleep. Sheriff wakes up and brings their game master. Thank you, Sheriff. Morning arrives in the city. May the stronger team win. And we start with Miss Mia.
Good
1
morning.
minute.
Good morning, City. It's a pleasure to be here this evening and play this fascinating game. Actually, I noticed that I became addicted to the market, and that's one I think you have to think about it if you're starting because it's addictive. I love use the logic, but of course all the just see emotions and everything, but really don't be surprised by me being always calm with my demeanor. I'm just love playing like poker or something. So I'm always calm even if whatever I am. But today I'm just got the simple citizen role, and I would like to explore who is who and find the mafia, and I will look for any clues. But thanks, Master of the Game.
And thank you, Miss Mia. Your time is up. And Miss Mamba, your minute.
Thank you. Speaking of addiction, so Miss Mia actually come to play not only on Wednesdays but on Fridays as well. So as well as Miss Doctor, as well as Miss Scarlett, and myself, of course. So I don't find the speech of Miss Mia particularly colorful, so I cannot read her color out of this. But I assume she might be red in this game because she's very calm and sort of gives a little bit of motivational speech as well. Also, she said how to read her face, which is quite unusual thing to say into the table. So I think she's red. I could not tell about anybody else because right now everybody looks quite relaxed, including number 10 who's actually eating. So. Yeah, but we will see.
Thank you, Miss Mamba. Your time is up. Miss Ninja, your minute.
As far as Miss Mia and Miss Mamba go, these are very experienced players, so they're obviously going to have strategies right from the get-go. Until I play with them more, I'm not sure what those strategies are. All I know from last time is I was totally off who I thought it was, so I'm going to play differently this time and not trust my instincts. Interesting that Miss Mia or Mia?
Yeah, Mia.
Mia indicated how we should read her expressions and how she expresses herself. I thought that's either true or it's a strategy, and that's all I understand at this point.
10 seconds. Okay, thank you, Miss Ninja. And Mr. Dina, your minute.
Good morning, everyone. For the players who are playing with me the first time, my speak might be a bit different in the game because I feel really nervous when everyone's watching. Also, I'm a bit slow, so it takes a while for me to analyze things. So I'm a citizen, and so far I'm playing with player number 1 and player number 3. The reason why I'm not playing with number 2 is just because when you're speaking, you're not looking at everyone, but you normally do. My feeling now.
You said you don't like when people look at you.
Fall, Miss Mamba. 10 seconds left.
But we'll see. I pass.
Thank you, Mr. Dina. Miss Doctor, your minute.
Is it Mr. Dina?
Dino.
Dino. Okay.
Fall, Mr. Dina.
Hear how you call out people for faults. So it's a safe environment here for you to practice and to be looked at when you're talking. Just wanted to make sure that you are feeling safe here, but I'm not playing with you so far because you were nervous from the very beginning when the number 1 was speaking. You already taken your number 4 and you were very nervous straight away, so I don't know what to think about you yet. So since I started from number 4, number 3, good speech as a previous game as well.
10 seconds.
I like it. Number 2, yes. Number 1, very experienced player. I know how she's playing a black card. She's very
Thank you, Miss Doctor. Your time is up. Miss Reggie, your minute.
Good morning, my lovely, beautiful citizens. It's lovely to see your bright and shining faces. I will first say I'm a citizen. you know, you might have heard some things about me last time that is not true. So I really I love the speeches across the board here. I think they're very analytical, very poised and poignant. For that, I will play with I'm actually going to play with number 4 because I found that he was very detail oriented. That's something that Mafia typically don't do because during the night they're having to think of things and kind of strategies and all that stuff. So I like that he had a lot of detail in like the analysis of his previous kind of players before him. So I really like that. So right now I'll play with number 4. Number 2, I would also play with you. You had a deep analysis of everyone else, and I thought that was really well. Same with number 3, I would play with you. Number 1, I'm still kind of on the fence with, and number 5, I'm on the fence with as well.
Thank you, Ms. Reggie. Your time is up. Mr. Tiny, your minute.
As a citizen, I'm enjoying the experience of being here. This is fascinating. It's taking time to learn about different people and to pick up the vibe. I don't immediately have any strong opinions. I really can't pick it up that quick. I'm sorry, I don't have actually too much more to add at this stage of the game. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tiny. Miss Angel, your minute.
I think the same. I think so far everyone had like a really calm speech. Number 7 was a bit weird because he said, I'm a citizen, but he didn't point anyone. He just was like, that's it. So I'll be suspicious about him. Number 6 is the same speech that she did last game, which can be really good or really bad. So I kind of on the fence about you. Number 4 were nervous, but because he doesn't, no, number 4. He doesn't do eye contact, so maybe he's just nervous in general.
10 seconds.
I don't remember what that means, but you do a lot of that. I think that's a good thing. I don't know. Or maybe this is what you're trying to do.
Thank you, Miss Angel. Your time is up. Miss Phoenix, your minute.
To clarify, that's sheriff check, and she's pointed out the number, so she's checking to the sheriff where he is, to check number 4, to check number 7. Any number that you want the sheriff to check, you can just point it out like this. And if there's a sheriff here, when that nights come up, he will check. Depends on who or she decides want to check or not. It's like a clue for the next day. Back to everything. Number 1, you're in the area for me. Number 2, I'm not having a good vibe about you yet. Sorry. It's about your body posture, language, kind of thing that I'm not 100% sure about yet. I'm playing with number 3, it looks red. Number 4 look red as well for me. Number 5, I want to know you a little better because I know you're an expert, so you can trick us really easy. Number 6, I'm playing with you. I agree with number 8 about the speech of number 7. It's quite suspicious. He have time to talk about everyone else. He kind of know now about it. And I will say that 8 looks red for me as well.
Thank you, Miss Phoenix. Your time is up. Mr. Badger, your minute.
9, I thought, sounded kind of rushed, and it felt like you took advantage of the fact that you had half of your speech clarifying rules. Seemed like a good reason to not say anything suspicious or something. I thought, but maybe it's just how it worked out. 4 seemed a bit nervous to me, and you're doing the super deadpan thing, which you last game when you were Mafia. Well, not the nervousness thing, but like the no icon thing. But I still don't really think you all that well. I guess I may be slightly persuaded by the arguments about number 7, and there's a little bit more of a knowing smirk, perhaps this time. That's a bit suspicious. I was curious about 5 to see, like, probably you're not Mafia this game, just on balance, and I was interested to see if I could see the difference. And I thought you seemed a bit more relaxed this time, and a bit happier. For 1, I thought it was weird talking about the poker face.
10 seconds.
I can't talk about it. 3, you seem much more red this time, which is cool. And I don't know 2, I've never seen her play before.
Thank you, Mr. Badger. Your time is up. And night falls upon the city. Everyone goes to sleep. as the city rests, the vicious mafia raises their pistols and walks past players. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. The dawn wakes up and searching for the sheriff. Thank you, Don. The sheriff wakes up and searches for mafia.
Tequila.
Thank you, sheriff. Morning arrives in the city. It's a new day. Good morning. It's bad news. Number 6 was shot. Number 6, your final speech.
I just had a feeling that I would be shot first, and I feel like that comes from experience. I feel like there's a varied mafia group. So for me right now, number 7, number 10, and maybe number 1 are the most suspicious for me. Just because we have a new player, but one that's played before and plays quite well. Even though your last game you play quite well, so I'll say that. And Miss Mia is definitely like one of the most experienced players on the table, other than Miss Mamba. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at right now. So Sheriff, if you could please check number 1, and if one of them is good, go with that. That's how I feel is kind of, where I would definitely get rid of number 7 though on your nominations, just because he's the most suspicious for me. And I like what you had to point out about his speech. He didn't really give any analysis. He had most players before him. That's kind of where I put my chips if I was to put them down. But thank you. Have a great game. Let the citizens win.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. And Miss Mamba, your minute.
Thank you. Okay, so it's a big loss, unfortunately, because I found Miss Reggie red, so I was quite sure that she is red. So, and this is particularly not good that she got killed. So, I nominate number 7. So, partly because, 3 reasons. First of all, because I agreed with what number 8 said about number 7, so I agreed with your arguments. The second one, the mannerism is different. So if you take a look at Mr. Too late, but with all this, because he plays fantastically in the last game, but was completely different story. So now he's a bit reserved and different. So if we don't vote him out right now, I would check, if I were a sheriff, I would check number 4 or number 7, because that's the most suspicious people at the table for me right now. I'm confidently playing with number 3, number 8, number 9 rather than number 5 as well. I'm not sure about number 10, number 1. And
Thank
as
you,
I said,
Miss Mamba, your time is up. Miss Ninja, your minute.
We'll go this way. So number 4, I can't see your facial expressions, but I've heard that you're a bit of a strategy player. So let's see how the game unfolds. I'm not surprised that number 6 was eliminated. She was eliminated at the start of game 1 as well. So I thought we were playing together. Player 5, you tricked me before, so not sure at this point, but I think odds are that you're probably not Mafia this time. So I think we're playing together. Number 7, people raise. They're not things I noticed, but they're good points that people raise. So you're on my radar. Number 8, I think we're playing together. I have no idea what all these signs mean. Number 9, no read at this point. Number 10, no read.
5 seconds.
Pass.
Thank you, Miss Ninja. Mr. Dina, your minute.
I'm gonna go with number 7. I mean, I'm gonna vote him as well. But to be honest, I don't find anyone suspicious so far. So they could be experienced player. Well, actually, I'll wait for number 1 because I found it easy to read when she's mafia. So. Yeah, that's how it passed.
Thank you, Mr. Diana. Ms. Doctor, your minute.
I agree with the number 6 on the point that Mafia's Dawn is someone experienced, so it means that number 7, number 8, or number 3 are unlikely to be Mafia's Dawn because they got rid of number 6 straight away, so usually that would be doing someone experienced. But they can still be Mafia, doesn't matter. So number 7, the speech was bad, but you are not so black to me, not so bad to me, but I will vote with the city, even though you have a chance now to reconvince at least myself, because I don't see you as suspicious as everyone else seems to be. Number 9 is, I'm unsure on number 9, to be honest. We'll still like sitting on the fence.
Thank you, Ms. Doctor. Your time is up. Number 7, Mr. Tiny, your minute.
I found it interesting how many fingers seem to be pointed at me on no basis. I had a short speech initially because, well, when you've said everything you need to say, there's no point waffling. Number 2 seems to be very interested in pointing the finger at me, so I find that suspicious all on its own. Rather than I guess I would actually like to nominate number 2. I think.
I nominate number 2.
I nominate number 2.
Accepted.
But at this, at this stage, I'm very much still learning about everyone and picking up kind of the subtle clues. So at this point, probably number 2 and number 8 are my most suspicious.
Thank you, Mr. Tiny. Your time is up. Miss Angel, your minute.
I still think that number 7, because he didn't get better in the second part. not that way. Okay, I'm wrong. No, okay. He just didn't point fingers just on number 2, and he got stuck on number 2, but he didn't analyze everyone. So I think number 7, I don't know. And number 4, in the second round, he's less nervous, but he's still not analyzing everyone. So maybe number 4. The rest, I think number 3 and number 4, number 5, it's okay.
10 seconds.
I don't feel bad vibe from them. Number 2, I don't know. They kind of confuse me a little bit, but or I'm that side or in that side. So
Thank you, Miss Angel. Your time is up. Miss Phoenix, your minute.
Well, for me, the most red players are number 8, number 3, and in that order, probably 5. Number 1, you're going more to the red side for me, but I want to see whether you're gonna say now to clear my head. I agree about number 7, yeah, and even though you could redeem yourself and the explanation wasn't enough. Number 2, it's confusing because I kind of know you, so let's see what happened, but I'm gonna nominate number 4 because
Accepted number 4.
his facial expressions were different, especially when they announced someone got killed, and yeah, you can analyze a little bit more. It was things that you could analyze
10 seconds.
just because I've seen you playing before, so it's either you're tired, nervous, or it's actually you're mafia trying to trick us, so that's why I nominated you.
Thank you, Miss Phoenix. Mr. Butter, your minute.
I think I mostly agree with the city in general so far. I still feel kind of suspicious number 4. Sorry, it's not your number 4. Especially this round, your demeanour seems very similar to when I remember you being Mafia last week. So that makes me a bit sus. I will be voting with the rest of the city against number 7. Just being, I don't know, too comfortable. I've been convinced by the people's arguments, I guess. I was trying to think who had been pointing the finger at 2, because that seemed like maybe, okay. Because I got the idea that maybe the Mafia had all like decided to pile on and point suspicion somewhere else. So 7 was quite keen on pointing at 2, and maybe 4, so that
10
made me
seconds.
think that might be a Mafia plot. And 1 has been very quiet. I'm interested to see what 1 says next week. I feel like she's trying to fade into the background a little bit.
Thank you, Mr. Butter. Miss Mia, your minute.
Finally. So many thoughts. I'm nominating number 10, so I wouldn't forget.
10 seconds.
Explaining why. On the first round, number 9 was talking half of her speech about explaining, and you pointed at that, but you did the same thing when you started your speech. You was talking about your spending so much time about and doing the same time. And your second speech is 2 speeches. You just talked about who's pointing, but at the same time you're joining the crowd and focusing on number 7. You're like, I'm looking who's pointing, but you didn't do the same thing. So the most suspicious now you, number 10, and the most rare players for sure is 3 and 8 and 9. Even if they are joining the group, what Mafia loves to do, they still listen, they still looking, and I'm not sure about 4.
Thank you, Miss Mia.
yeah.
Your time is up. Everyone spoke. Now it's time to cast your votes. From now on, no gestures allowed. Please remove your hands and elbows from the table. The following players are up for elimination. Number 7, number 2, number 4, and number 10. I repeat, number 7, number 2, number 4, and number 10. Who would like to vote for elimination of number 7? It's 5 players. Who would like to vote for elimination of number 2? 1. Who would like to vote for elimination of number 4? 3 players. Who would like to vote for elimination of number 10? Okay. So the majority voted to eliminate number 7. Mr. Tiny, your final speech.
Well, as a citizen, or former citizen, I wish you all the best. On what I consider very insubstantial evidence, there was immediately a lot of finger pointing my way, so take that as it is. In terms of my opinions on kind of some of the members, the citizens that I feel are definitely clear and safe are probably 3, 8 and 9. I guess the others I would consider kind of more up for grabs, just little subtleties. But, it's very hard to say at this stage, so thank you.
Thank you. And night falls on the city. And move past numbers. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10. The board wakes up and look for sheriff.
morning arrives in the city. Unfortunately, number 9 was shot. Your farewell speech, Miss Phoenix. 1 minute.
I was a red citizen, so I will just say that you guys try to, if the sheriff is around, try to find a way to communicate with someone else. And there's 2 nights, so someone has checked already 2 people already to see if they're good or not. It's really hard to see which one could be a bad one. My instinct told me that 4 is a little bit sus. What number 1 says about 10 make a little bit of sense. So I could probably told sheriff to check on 10 as well. I don't know what else to say. Good luck. I hope you guys, citizens, win.
Pass. Thank you, Miss Phoenix. And we start our day with the speech of number 3, Miss Ninja. Your minute.
Sorry, slightly delayed. I think it's the point in the game to reveal that I'm the sheriff, and I'm probably going to be killed by the mafia fairly shortly. So let's see whether this strategy works. Number 4, I'm suspicious of the fact that you tried to vote yourself out. You either don't want to play, or it's some sort of a gameplay. I don't know what you're gesturing to me.
Please say your checks.
Sorry.
Oh, Miss Mir.
Whom did you check?
Oh, Miss Doctor.
I'm lost.
10 seconds left.
Number 5, no read on you yet. Number 8, we're playing together. My time's up.
Thank you, Miss Ninja. Your time is up. Mr. Dina, your minute.
I need to explain. The reason why I voted against myself is just because it's showing that I'm on the red. Because normally mafia, they would want to stay in the game. But as a citizen, as long as we can win. I don't really mind to get voted out. Also, I suggest sheriff to show themselves, because I think I'm the most suspicious person right now, and once I get voted out, that means we'll be 1 more red citizen less.
10 seconds.
Well, I need to know there's someone. Also, I have to say I'm playing with number 1 because she
Thank
looks
you,
really
Mr.
red.
Dina. Your time is
Oh.
up. Miss Doctor, your minute. Miss Doctor?
Yeah, I'm looking at what Miss Mir said. The red players for me are 3 and 8, and 3 wouldn't reveal as being a sheriff. I hope she wouldn't reveal herself as a sheriff, being a new player. So, but just tell the city your checks at night. So if you ask the leader like to check number say 8 and she is red, you should tell us, or at least show us, whom do you check and who do you think is, whom do you definitely know who is a red or black. Number 4, I don't know. Seems like a strategy, but weird. Who is a mafia for me at this
10
point?
seconds.
Is for me was mafia was number 7. 6 was obviously red.
Thank you, Miss Doctor. Your time is up. Miss Angel, your minute.
I have no idea anymore. I don't think 3 is the bad one, even though she's a good one, right? Yeah. I think he said that he tried to leave the game to show like good faith, and I didn't buy that. So I nominate number 4 again.
4 accepted.
Number 1, I don't know. She's really like special about it. Yeah, I think he's bad. You think number 3, you number 5. No, I think number 5 and number 3 are good.
10 seconds.
And I think number 1 is trying to trick me. And that's it. That's how I feel. I'm passive.
Thank you, Miss Angel. Mr. Badger, your minute.
Okay, so I didn't buy Thor's argument about voting for himself to show that he was red, because he already saw that 7 had the numbers to be voted out, so it didn't mean anything. I think it was just like misdirection, so I'm still suspicious of Thor, and I intend to still be voting for Thor. I don't know what's going on with the signalling here. I'm waiting to hear from number 1 with the whole like, these guys are bad, I don't understand it. 3, if you were the sheriff, please can you show us who you did checks on and who is good or bad? I didn't see that if you've already shown, so you can gesture now, where you can't speak, that's all. I'll try, so maybe, okay, I don't understand. Don? You don't know, so you don't know anything. There's nobody on the table
They want you to show whom you checked, whom you really checked, not you're suspicious, but
Yeah,
whom
who
you
did you
really
actually
checked
check? When
in
you
the
woke up
night.
at night, who did you check and you know if they're good or bad? No, you can
You
only
can
do it
show.
with hands. I'm going to run out of time, so I don't have a lot
Okay,
to say.
thank you,
I'm
Mr.
voting
Badger.
for
Your
and
time is
I'm
up.
sus of one.
Miss Mir, your minute.
I'm nominating number 5, I'm nominating number 3, I'm
5
nominating
accepted.
number 2. So now when they have left only 7 players on the table, there is a 3 mafias and 4 citizens. If number 2, 3 and 5 are nominating any of 4, 8 or 10 or 1, so they win the game. If any of those is left, so right now 3 trying to say that she's a sheriff, but we can't ask him who she's checked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players tried, even the master of the game, she's still not showing. So anyway, you can get the fault and say it if you don't understand. You waking up every night and checking people. So the first thing I
10
noticed
seconds
when 3 revealed her as a sheriff, 5 clues. No, it's me. So it's definitely her mafia too. Number 2, just trying to.
Thank you, Miss Mir. Your time is up. Miss Mamba, your minute.
Thank you. So I think Miss Mia is actually genuinely mistaken. So what actually happened? Number 3 is playing for the first time. She reveals as a sheriff. In no universe she could be Dawn, who is actually revealed herself as a sheriff because it's her first time. Is it argument? It's a good argument, right? So, and number 3 is actually showed that she checked number 9. Unfortunately, and she is red obviously, unfortunately it doesn't help us because she got killed already. So there is no other information on the table, unfortunately. So I will be voting against number 4 because for me, he looks the most suspicious under the table. So I believe that number 3 is a good player for the obvious reason. I still believe that number 1 as well, because the way she is trying to prove her point, I don't think she is mafia. I was playing with number 10 and I like his comment about number 9, and I play with number 8, and I a little bit suspicious of number 5, but for me now number 4 is the most suspicious.
Thank you, Miss Mamba. It's time to cast your votes. From now on, no gestures allowed. Please remove your hands and show elbows from the table. The following players are up to elimination: number 4 and number 5. I repeat, number 4 and number 5. Who would like to vote for elimination of number 4? 6 players. Who would like to vote for elimination of number 5? 1 player. So the majority of players vote for number 4. Mr. Dina, your final minute.
Now I feel like the most red player is number 1. Yeah, I'm red. I still feel Mamba is suspicious. Also number 5.
You can pass. The game is over.
Oh, Miss Mia, oh, you have 3 falls.
I passed already.
you need to leave the table, Mr. Dina. Thank you, Mr. Dina. And I declare the end of the game and triumph of Mafia. Mafia were players number 2, number 5, and number 10. Don number 5, Sheriff number 3.
And new
Who was your second?
Because they were literally following other people to vote for me.
know the rules to know what I had to do.